Comrades, today's message is a very serious message because we are at war. We are at war with William Ruto's banditry. We are at war with the organized mafia in Kenya. We are at war with the culture of impunity. We are at war with the tyrannical regime that Ruto put in place in 2022 and has oiled for purposes of eliminating all political opponents and social media critics, including our very youth, the Gen Zs. We are calling out on every Kenyan of goodwill, all friends of Kenya, all patriots, all comrades, all freedom fighters, everyone who identifies as a revolutionary, to turn out tomorrow, Monday, for the mother of all revolutionary protests, a non-stop mass popular uprising and resistance of the people of Kenya against William Ruto and his tyranny. We are calling on you because we are at crossroads where if Kenya doesn't make the right turn, this poses the existential threat to our very existence as a people, as a country, as quote-unquote a democracy, which we are really not yet. As I speak, dozens of bodies have been discovered of our youth who are abducted, tortured, and killed by William Ruto. And just yesterday, William Ruto's right-hand man, the illiterate Oscar Sudi, announced to the entire world that they are going to do everything possible to ensure that all Ruto critics are abducted, are tortured, are illegally detained, are murdered, to muzzle, to silence, to cause fear, and to ensure that Ruto extends his term. We are not going to allow Ruto to finish the so-called term because he has no tenure of office. The fact that you are elected president does not mean that you have unfettered tenure, that you have a tenure until after 10 years. No, this power belongs to the people. The people have sovereign power to donate it to whoever they choose during elections, or to withdraw it at any time if that person violates the tenets of democracy, representative democracy, and accountability, which Ruto has definitely failed to honor. He is engaged in plunder of our economy, a runaway plunder, where semi-illiterate, mediocre idiots are looting public resources every single day and are arrogantly telling everyone who is telling them to stop stealing that they won't stop stealing. And they're abducting youth from every part of the country, including his own Kalenjin people, his Kalenjin youth, who dare tell him that Kenya belongs to all of us. So, we are calling on everyone to turn out because this is the only way and the only language that tyrants understand. We have a duty to tell Ruto on the streets that he will not threaten us into silence, that he will not frighten us into abdicating our responsibility to protect our sovereignty, and that we are not slaves of Ruto or his cohorts. We are not slaves of the organized bandits. We are not going to allow Ruto to quote-unquote finish his term. His term ends now, starts tomorrow. The end starts tomorrow, Monday, January the 6th, 2025. Wherever you are, whatever your occupation, whatever your level of education, whatever your age, whatever your gender, we must come out and demonstrate to Ruto that he is not an emperor, he's not a king, he's not a god. He does not have power over us. Let us tell him everywhere, on TikTok, on X, on Facebook or Meta, on Instagram, on WhatsApp, whatever means we have, let them not frighten us into believing that all you need to do is abduct a few Kenyans and then it's home and dry. Let us tell him that we don't fear death, that we can stare death in the face and triumph over it. Our liberation, our independence is marked with blood, blood that Kenyans have shed fearlessly over the decades in fighting against tyranny and dictatorship. The Kenyatta tyranny and dictatorship, the Moi tyranny and dictatorship, Kibaki's stealing of the elections in 2007, Kenyatta's tyranny and despotism, and now Ruto's. And before then, the British colonial tyranny. We have gone through all of that, and we need to liberate our country now, once and for all, and answer the question, are we ready to take control of our nation, of our state, and steer it to prosperity, and steer it to a real, genuine Pan-African democratic showcase? Yes, we can, and we must, because this is a duty, and nobody is going to tell us that we cannot, because we are not slaves. Viva and a luta continua. Thank you.